So when I tell y'all I got out of that building, I started hyperventilating, which I've never saw outside of a movie, but it happened to me because I mean, come on, like it's the explosion. I'm scared. So so I got out of the building, and then we kind of had to wait around outside to find for the area to clear. So the medic came to check everybody to make sure everybody was cool, and then they talked to me because obviously it was in my station. So here's what the medic told me. He said that if you would, he asked me like, how long were you in that station? And I'm like, yeah, I've been in here at 6 o'clock. But then I told him like, I've been going on a lot of breaks, so I wasn't in there consistently. He's like, if you would have stayed in there for a long period of time, your lungs would have collapsed from the chemicals, right? So that brings me back to me taking multiple breaks and going to lunch early and all of this stuff. As soon as I got back from lunch, I smelled the chemicals. So it wasn't like shortly after that, before I got out of there. But that explains everything. I'm thinking like, oh, I'm a bad employee because I'm constantly taking breaks. But that's actually what saved my life, to be honest. So yeah, I did go on a lot of breaks that day, and then end up going to lunch. As soon as I came back from lunch, I smelled the chemicals, and I was out of there shortly. Within like 10 minutes, I was out of there. So basically, so let me tell you what it was. So the what it was that exploded was a 4 liter glass bottle that was filled with acid. So there's a woman who used to clean the machines. So when you clean the machines, you have to clean them with acid. So she was using this bottle to empty the waste or whatever. So she was pouring a whole bunch of different chemicals or whatever in there. I guess like not a whole bunch of different chemicals, but like what was coming out of the machines. And I guess that built up some form of reaction and caused the bottle to create so much pressure that it exploded. So that's the story of the fact that I went on that many breaks, and then I heard get out of there, and then shortly after that the bottle exploded. God saved my life that day for sure. Like, and many other times in my life, He has saved my life. But this day, I audibly heard very clearly, "Get out of there." And if I had not got out of there, then I would have got seriously hurt, just like some of the other people. There was some other people that did get hurt. They got cut with glass and splashes of acid on them. But by the grace of God, it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. You know what I mean? So that was my experience with that. That was like my turning point right there, because I had worked in the lab for almost 13 years. Well, at that time, I think it might have been like maybe 6 or 7 years at that point. Maybe it might have been closer. I'm not sure, but that's when I started deciding like, is this something I really want to be doing? This is very dangerous. Like, this is a dangerous job. So that's why I started kind of exiting out. I did work in the lab again after that, but